Hey guys, what's going on? All right, this is going to be a video about the 8 reasons why no one builds wealth. Why is no one building wealth? Well, today I got one of my brothers, Joshua Rose. Do you go by Josh or Joshua? I always call you Joshua.
Either or, yeah.
Okay, well, I call him Joshua Rose. My name's Andrew. So if you look at my license, it says Andrew Elliott, but I go by Andy.
That's my brother's name.
Yeah, good name too.
Yeah.
He was a disciple in the Bible, by the way. No big deal. Back to Joshua. Joshua is in infinite banking, and he is very, very smart, and he helps people all the time become wealthy, generate wealth, learn how to make wealth and keep it. And so in this video, this is going to be a training video, a tactical teaching video, and all we want to do is pour as much value into you as we can. And Joshua is an expert at it, and he's going to unleash. And so, Josh, I have the 8 things right here that we went over, and I'm going to run through them one by one.
Cool.
Is that cool?
Let's do it.
Let the teacher get ready to preach. Number 1, so we can start. Josh, what is infinite banking?
Yeah, that's it's kind of become a buzzword on the internet the last few years, and really, what we like to talk about as factum are big ideas. And I love this quote from Eleanor Roosevelt in the early 1900s, former First Lady. She said, "Small minds talk about people." She said, "Average minds talk about events. Great minds talk about ideas." And that's exactly the first part of infinite banking. It's an idea, all right? It's first an idea and a mindset that you have to carry about money. Secondly, it's a process. And then thirdly, it's a product. We use dividend paying whole life insurance. So it's a mindset or idea, it's a process, and it's a product. So it's all that kind of encompasses infinite banking. And you have to have an open mind to be willing to learn about it. That's
crazy. All right, I want you to understand this. Me and you had a video that we produced about how to create savings. Am I right? I'm going to ask a second question here, and it would be, what would you say is the next stages or stage that follow the saving stage? Can you quickly run through the saving stage?
Yeah.
And then pivot, because this video is not attached to that one, into what's next after the saving stage?
Yeah, so infinite banking is kind of it can be a hard, it's very simple. You borrow from a whole life insurance policy, right? But the process or mindset is a huge paradigm for shift for people. So we've kind of curated these 4 steps at Factum to stage 1, you're a saver. Stage 4 is an infinite banker. So once you get that mental paradigm shift of, hey, I got to beat Parkinson's law, like we talked about in the first one. I gotta master my own behavior.
What is Parkinson's law for people that missed it?
Parkinson's law, so your expenses rise to your income. So if your income increases, your expenses naturally increase with it. So if you can't beat that by disciplining yourself,
you're screwed.
You're screwed. You can't even do this process.
But which is why people don't save money.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you can't beat Parkinson's law in stage 1, you're never going to get to stage 2, 3, and 4, which 4 is the infinite banker.
Okay.
So once you beat Parkinson's law, you're saving, stage 1 conversation, you move into stage 2. What is that? You've accumulated some cash now in your whole life policies, and now you can start to recoup some of that money that you're sending away to other banks. And one of the problems we solve in infinite banking is we finance everything in life. You either pay interest to another banking institution for cars or whatever, or you pay cash. But either way, that money is going away from you and your family forever. Now we've accumulated a pool of money that belongs to us. We take our policy loan to go buy that car or vacation or whatever. The money's not interrupted, it's still growing. And now your increased saving strategy is paying back into your banking system.
Super smart.
So that's stage 2. And these stages naturally progress. So once you start that savings habit, you start recouping these costs that are going outside of your family, and you start bringing more of that in. There will be a natural progression that happens.
So what problem, and by the way, number 3 is what problem is now solved?
Yeah. So I kind of got ahead of myself there.
No, you're good.
But we finance everything in life. That's the problem infinite banking solves. You either pay interest to another bank, or you give up the interest you could earn on the cash that you sent, because both of those dollars are going away. By just changing one thing, where you save your money, you can start to keep those dollars that you were sending to other banking institutions or paying cash, and now you start paying them back to your banking institution, so you keep more of the money that's flowing through your hands already.
That's how you start to generate wealth. I want to ask number 4. How do you control banking function? How do you control that? Can you control it?
Yeah, how do you control the banking function? So this starts to get into a little paradigm shift, and I think definitions are really important because everyone knows how to invest, or they think they do, but we've kind of defined these terms at Factum as, investing is separating yourself from the control of your money with the expectation that more dollars are going to come back in return. And we even further define that as you're investing in something that you know and understand. If you're going to give up control of your dollars, you better have a good idea that someone or something that you're investing in is going to return more dollars to you because you're giving up control.
That's right.
I would dare to say most people in America are not even doing that. They're speculating. They're putting their money in the market. They're putting money in 401ks, which aren't necessarily bad, but they don't know what their money is doing. They don't know what it's invested in. It may not even be invested in things that they believe in.
That's a
They
fact.
have no idea.
Yeah.
So defining it is very important. Banking, on the other hand, is about control. It's about keeping your money. You think about general definitions like riverbank, blood bank. These things are storage facilities. So that's what a bank is. It's a storage facility.
Yeah.
So when you start to look at whole life insurance, people they're thinking about the death insurance, which of course it is that, but it's a storage facility, which makes it the perfect product for a personal banking system. So you don't have to go through the rigorous activity of having $20-40 million and starting your own legit bank. This has all the qualities to actually become your own banker and your own personal storage facility.
I love that. So obviously this massively benefits families. How does this benefit the family?
I love that. So not only is it a private contract, between an individual and a private insurance company, so it's completely private from Uncle Sam, from the government, but one of the biggest families, and we have this in our education course, families on average, let's just say a family of 5, the average individual in a family will buy 13 vehicles over their lifetime. So we're not even talking investments, we're talking liabilities. And over their lifetime, they'll spend $500,000, the average American family. You did a video not too long ago, the average American family makes $60,000.
Yeah.
All right, and the average American family is buying 13 vehicles per person over their lifetime, which is $500,000. And if you take in the opportunity costs on it, it's about $1.5 million over their lifetime per kid.
Wow.
So a family of 5 has $2.5 million in their family. We're talking about a liability. This is not even investing.
Yeah.
This is talking about keeping this flow of money. So if you can discipline yourself with savings, create an environment that you control, and now we're just going to the next step of taking more control of the liabilities that you're sending money away, you can massively impact your family on just something simple that you're doing already.
That's crazy.
What's up, guys? It's Josh. If you want to learn more about what Andy and I are talking about, infinite banking, my number will be on the screen. You guys can text me anytime. We can set up some one-on-one time to learn more about your specific situation. Text me anytime. I'd love to chat.
Can a business owner become his own banker?
A business, yeah. So now we just get to a matter of scale. So now we're just adding zeros to whatever policy that you're doing. So a business owner can do the same thing that a family can do, and a lot of family leaders are like business leaders. You're the head of a family, and you're head of a business. What's interesting about business is now, say we're in business together, I can take a policy out on your life, you can take one out on my life. That's called key man insurance. So
I've seen that.
we have an interest in each other. So the insurance company says you guys have a vested interest in each other because if God forbid one of you passes, you're protected. But what if we have a change of heart? Hey, we no longer want to be in business together. We still have savings accounts on each other's lives. And God forbid something happens to you, I can protect your family because I probably still have a good relationship with you.
Yeah.
So not only is it that savings environment for what we're doing when we're in business together, it's also a protection if the worst thing happens or if business goes sideways.
Okay, I love that. Do you only use whole life for infinite banking? Is it only whole life, or explain that?
Yeah. I love that question, because there's a lot of noise out there on the internet on infinite banking, what products to use. And I teach what Nelson Nash taught in his book, Becoming Your Own Banker. And one powerful quote, very simple, he said, I've never sold any other product, I've never bought any other product than dividend paying whole life insurance with a mutual company. And why is that? Because it's not a risky environment. The only risk is yourself. If you don't have the discipline to save and to pay back, that's the only risk. Everything else is guaranteed in the contract. If I fulfill my end as the policy owner, the contract is guaranteed. So that's why we use whole life, because it's not investing, it's a place of saving. That's the only guaranteed environment in the financial market.
That's awesome, man. Guys, remember this video, 8 reasons no one builds wealth. Until you start to understand money, you can't build wealth. And a lot of people don't understand it because no one teaches it. And that's what I love about Josh. So make sure you guys understand. His number is going to be below. If you guys want to reach out to Josh, Josh can look at your situation. He's happy to help you. There's no charge for that. You look at that, and then if you can help and there's a good upside for them, then he'll draw it out for you. Lastly, what is the most important thing? So what's the most important thing? If I was asked one question, what's the most important thing that I must understand about infinite banking?
Yeah.
That I must know? Yeah.
It's a paradigm shift. So if you're not open to new ideas and to learning, it's just not for you. So, and even the people that are doing it, you have to be willing to continue to learn. And just like in the book, Becoming Your Own Banker, you have to be willing to become somebody different. So you have to be open that maybe I don't know everything there is to know about this product or this process. So if you're open to learning and you're continuing wanting to improve yourself, this could be for you. And then lastly, if you do this, it doesn't matter what else you're doing in life. Nelson says in his book, everyone should be in 2 businesses, the business you're in and the banking business. And if you do this, I guarantee you will change not only your life, but your family's life for generations. And that's my favorite part about this, because I see families coming together around money rather than separating and being individuals.
It's huge. Yeah.
It's life-changing.
Yeah, well, number one, these things, they're not taught in school, right? They're not taught in college, unless you're in an, what do you call it? Insurance space, money fields. I mean, nobody understands this stuff. People don't live on Wall Street. They don't live in these situations every day. I'm going to ask you, these 8 things we went over were great. What is the most common thing that you see why people don't do infinite banking? Why they don't? Because they don't understand it. Maybe they haven't been explained right to it.
Yeah.
They just are afraid of change, and then they end up waking up one day with regrets.
Yeah. I mean, it's all of that. And I mean, I'll tell my own story, because I used to hate whole life insurance. I thought it was a scam. I get called that all the time, but I'm not scared of it, because I read this book, Becoming Your Own Banker by Nelson Nash. The title intrigued me. I'm like, all right, I gotta check this out. Sounds cool.
Yeah.
I read it. It pissed me off. I was mad. I was like, this is a scam. There was just a little thread of truth, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep reading. And I kept reading. And then when I went to my first conference with all the experts, and I saw the way they treated people, I saw their lives and the businesses that they were doing and the multi-generational family legacy. I'm like, you do this all with whole life insurance? I was like, okay, I'm sold. I see what you're doing. That's exactly what I want to do. I'm like, I'm sold.
It's amazing.
But I had to have a mental shift to be open to learning something different. I thought I knew something, but I was wrong.
Well, most people, that's the issue, is that they're one conversation, away from a whole new life, from a whole new plan. And a matter of fact, if you're not thinking long range with your money, don't be surprised when you get 4 or 5 years, 10 years down the road, and nothing is different, and your life, you can never step away, you can never retire, you can never do anything with your life, because you didn't plan it. So These 8 reasons that people don't understand wealth, why they can't get wealth, that we just went through. A lot of people need to have a face-to-face conversation. I'm going to be honest. Educating someone, I like for you to show me what that looks like in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like my life. I see it in everyone else's life, what you can tell them about their life, but everybody's life is specifically a little bit different. And what you're saying, as long as you're open-minded, you know, and you're willing to learn, right? Because you say you got to keep learning forever. And the Parkinson's law, right? You make this much, you spend this much. You're willing to save some money and then do the right things with it. You're going to become wealthy. It's not a matter of if, it's just when. And then you formulate that plan with people and show them big picture what that looks like. Is that right?
Yep.
Guys, right now, make sure, are you using social media a lot right now?
Yeah. I got it.
Okay, tell us, how can people follow you on social media?
Yeah, so Instagram and TikTok, you can follow me at The Family Banker. And of course, I'm on Facebook too. And
I love it. So The Family Banker, go follow him right now on Instagram, okay? Super important. If you're watching this, you want to get connected, Josh will reach out to you personally. Shoot him a text message. Hey, I saw on Andy's podcast, want to set up a call, want to see what I can work out with you. He'll go through, he's amazing, he's super cool. He's got a family, he's a great husband, great daddy, loves his business, and he's extremely educated. And Joshua, I want to tell you, thank you, man. You're going to help a lot of people. You're helping a lot of people. And I love that you're educating people on money. If you've watched this video and, you know, you're doing good in life and you're like, I don't understand. You know, I was the kind of person, I had to be explaining something like 5 times. Like I didn't understand. So don't not text Josh because like you don't understand. If you want to create wealth and you just don't understand, text Josh and he'll be happy to explain it to you.
we're just sharing education. That's all we do.
Yeah, like that's what I say. Like, and especially his love for the game and his love for like understanding this, like he loves to teach it and share it. And then I think, you know, sometimes on a one-on-one basis, it's easier for someone else to understand, showing them what that looks like in their life.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, like drawing out an illustration for me, you know, not just a general one, but in me and my life after finding a little about me.
Yep.
So I love you guys. Make sure you guys go follow him right now. He's on all the social media channels. Go follow him on Instagram. And then, like I said, if you'd like to get together and ask Josh to help you put your deal together, just shoot him a text. He'll do it. And I love you guys. Josh, I appreciate you, man. I'm excited for this weekend. There is another video that me and Josh did on why people can't save money. I'm going to post that in the link below, and it's going to say watch Josh's other video on why people can't save money, and you guys can even go back and watch that now. So I love you guys. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next video.
Yeah.